Great to see you again. I'm Sam Botta. I met you with Jack Rourke and Martha Moody Rourke, and you've been so kind to us every year.
Oh, that's good.
Just have a quick question.
Sure.
I had a traumatic brain injury a couple of months ago, and I couldn't walk, could barely talk. There's this place, Center for Neuro Skills in Encino, that pulled me through. Dr. Alan Weintraub told me about the place. Anyway.
Wow. Well, listen, God bless you. You look wonderful. And, I'd love to know more about it. Give me some information. I'd like to have that information.
Yeah. It's the research has come out of Craig Hospital in Denver, and they are bringing people with aneurysms and strokes in their brain back to life, and wounded warriors as well.
Very, very important. Well,
yes.
I'm a big supporter of our heroes. The military, and I'm going to be sitting with them tonight at a table with several wounded warriors and veterans, and I'll be very honored to be at that table, of course. But this information is great for those guys, of course, and if there are answers to some of these things, they should be shared with the military for sure.
I didn't know about it.
A friend who's who may very well have answers for himself there too. So I appreciate you giving me the information.
Well, I appreciate your support of the wounded warriors. And the reason that I bring it up is I wanted to ask you this specific question. The people that I expected to be there, through that, where I was in the hospital and then through the therapy when they were teaching me how to walk again and all the rest, were not necessarily there. But the people that were there were the most powerful people, meaning the set of friends, there's this set of friends that is...
Make sure you get...
Yeah. Thank you. I'm still having to think through. The set of friends, that you have that are regular folks, and then there is another set of friends that are the more powerful people. The most powerful people have been the ones that found out about it and reached out. It's amazing to me, which is very telling about what you're doing with the wounded warriors.
Well, I always keep my eye out for those guys, Obviously, we all should. And I find that most Americans understand the greatness of our military is responsible for our freedom. And these individual commitments, the commitment to sacrifice so much of life, can you imagine leaving family for such long periods of time, not seeing the birth of children, and having the anxiety? The other heroes are the wives and parents and children who support this activity, and then of course putting their lives at risk for all of us. I mean, there's nothing we should deny these people. We should support them in every way we can, give them everything we can. But anyway, what you're saying is very important, because we put them in these veteran hospitals, and the hospitals generally are not necessarily, going to be able to help them, and these hospitals, the veterans hospital, have less money than other hospitals, so they don't get the perfect care. But this thing you're talking about is unusual. And this should be immediately made available if it's as effective as what you're saying, and obviously the proof in the pudding. It should be shared with everyone.
The room is still spinning, but I am here having a conversation, and I can understand you now, and I can speak. And that was what was so scary, is you never expect it to happen to you, and you're frustrated because you can't communicate.
What was the nature of your injury?
I had a few hits to my head, but strange things like the garage door, somebody attacked me outside my house, a few things, but the one event that I don't remember, which was the first day of the year, is I was at a stop sign and somebody barreled into the back of my car, and that's what did it. And so my brain was bleeding and all that. But these wounded warriors, the problem is Dr. Mark Ashley is the guy that founded this 31 years ago, and it's Center for Neuro Skills based in Bakersfield, but they have one in Encino.
What's the doctor's name again?
Mark J. Ashley.
Okay.
And Alan Weintraub at Craig Hospital in Denver.
Weintraub?
Weintraub. and he did a movie called The Crash Reel, and that's how I accidentally know the man, was because of that movie that he did 2 years ago. And so some friends of mine told him about my condition, and he got me into Center for Neuro Skills. All the insurance companies do not cover it yet, which is why most people don't know.
What?
Neuro Skills.
Neuro Skills, okay.
And it's neuroskills.com.
.gov?
.com. But it's a center that's in Encino, and I'm in there with, there are a couple of actors, there are a bunch of attorneys in the industry, and
who should I contact?
And wounded warriors.
Who should I contact? Should I contact Alan?
Definitely.
Where the people at Neuro Skills would have it?
Definitely. They know me, but Dr. Mark Ashley would be the best person because he is the one that founded it. And it's changed my life.
Anything else? Dr. Mark Ashley, Alan Weintraub, Denver.
Can I have them contact you?
Yeah.
But I would, you would be, if you could see, it's amazing. Every week I watch another person do what I did, which is come out of a wheelchair and walk and talk.
Well, this is very important stuff.
I don't mean to take your time with this, but the wounded warriors are there in the clinic right now.
Obviously, this is much more important than that stuff, than this stuff. You know, this is important. This is great. Okay. God bless.
Thank you so much. You're the one man that's been doing it for the wounded warriors. Thank you.
Not the only. There are a lot of great people out there supporting those guys, and a lot of people that don't get the attention either.
Yeah.
God bless them.
Thank you.
How are you?